Hello students, myself Dipali Jain and I am working as an assistant professor in Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry at KK College of Pharmacy, Nasik. Today we perform the assay of isoniazide.
Hello students, today we perform assay of isoniazide.
So students, before starting the actual practical, that is assay of isoniazide, let us see some requirements. Here we use some apparatus and chemicals. Apparatus such as burette, pipette, conical flask, beaker, measuring cylinder, volumetric flask, and here we also use funnel. And chemicals such as isoniazide, which is our sample, then hydrochloric acid, potassium bromide, 0.0167 molar of potassium bromate solution, and methyl red, which is used as an indicator. Now let us see the theory involved in this assay. So it involves the bromination reaction. Means there is the bromatometry titration involved. Okay, so what is meant by bromatometric titration or bromination reaction? So when potassium bromide reacted with sulfuric acid, it produces or it liberates the bromine ion. So in this titration, potassium bromide mixture is used for the liberation of bromine. You can see the reaction where potassium bromate and potassium bromide, when reacted with sulfuric acid, it liberates the bromine ion. Okay. So this bromine ion is used for the bromination of organic compounds. Excess of bromine is then determined by the addition of potassium iodide. So you can see the reaction where bromine is reacted with potassium iodide, it produces I2 with Br metals. Okay, so it is further reacted with S2O3, which produces the single ion of iodine and S4O6. So this assay of isoniazide involves the bromatometric titration or bromination reaction. So now we see the monograph of isoniazide. Molecular formula for isoniazide is C6H7N3O and molecular weight of this drug is 137.142 gram per mole. It is also known as further names such as isonicotinic acid hydrazide, isonicotinyl hydrazine or INHA. The molecular structure you can see on screen. This is the molecular structure of isoniazide, and uses of this drug is it is used as an antibiotic which is in the treatment of tuberculosis, and with the combination this drug is also used in combination with dapsone in the treatment of leprosy. So these are the uses and monograph of isoniazide. Now let us see the procedure. So assay of isoniazide is performed by two steps. Okay. So in first step, we prepared the solution of 0.016 molar of potassium bromate, and second part involved the assay of isoniazide. So firstly we see the procedure for the preparation of 0.016 molar of potassium bromate. As per IP, the procedure is given where 2.784 gram of potassium bromate is weighed and it is diluted or dissolved into the 1000 ml of water. But here we prepared this solution up to 500 ml. Okay, so here for the 500 ml we calculate the quantity of potassium bromate. So if for 1000 ml 2.784 gram is used, so what quantity of the potassium bromate for 500 ml? So here we require 1.392 gram of potassium bromate is used for the 500 in the 500 ml of water. Okay, so here the stock solution is prepared. Now second part of this practical is assay of isoniazide. So for this method or for this step, we taken a 0.25 gram and dissolve in the water and produces 100 ml of the stock solution of drug. Okay. In first part we prepared the stock solution of titrant. Now we prepared the stock solution of sample. But after the preparing this solution, we taken the 20 ml of this resulting solution, and after that we add 100 ml of water, 20 ml of hydrochloric acid and 0.2 gram of potassium bromide. Okay. After preparing this solution, we titrate with previously prepared and standardized 0.016 molar of potassium bromide solution. Okay. For this titration, we use methyl red as an indicator, and the quantity of this indicator is 0.05 ml or 5 to 6 drops. Okay. So end point of this titration is red color is disappears. After the addition of this methyl red solution, the solution become red color. After the titration, our end point is red color disappear. Okay. So for this assay, the factor is 1 ml of 0.0167 molar of potassium bromate is equivalent to 0.003429 gram of C6H7N3O, that is isoniazide. So by using this factor, we calculate the percentage purity for that isoniazide. So now let us see the actual practical.
So students, before we starting the actual practical, firstly we see the requirements. Here some chemicals and glasswares we are used for the assay of isoniazide. So some chemicals, first one, there is the already prepared and standardized solution of 0.0167 molar of potassium bromate, then hydrochloric acid, potassium bromide, methyl red which is used as an indicator, and our drug, that is isoniazide, and glasswares such as conical flask, iodine flask, beaker. In this beaker we have taken distilled water, then volumetric flask, glass rod, spatula and burette with burette stand. So now we start the practical. So students, firstly we prepare stock solution of our drug. So here I am already weighed 0.25 gram of sample, that is isoniazide. So now we transfer into the 100 ml of conical flask with the help of funnel, or and dissolve this solution into the water. By taking some amount of water, firstly we dissolve this solution. Dissolve the drug into the water. You can see here drug is completely dissolved in water. Now we make up the volume by using distilled water up to the mark, means 100 ml. Make up the volume up to this mark. So this is our stock solution of our drug sample is prepared. Now we proceed for next step. So students, let us start the assay of isoniazide. So firstly, that we firstly prepared the stock solution of our drug molecule, that is isoniazide. Here we taken 0.25 gram of isoniazide and dissolve into 100 ml of water. Okay. So now in the conical flask, I am taking the 20 ml of this stock solution into the conical flask. After that, we transfer the 100 ml of distilled water and 20 ml of hydrochloric acid, which is already measured, transferred into this solution, and 0.2 gram of potassium bromide. Okay. So you can see this is the transparent liquid, and here for the titration we use methyl red solution as an indicator. So after making the solution of a drug, now we fill the burette by using titrant. Here we use the titrant, that is 0.0167 molar of potassium bromate. Okay. So now we fill the burette with the help of funnel. Up to the mark. So here care should be taken that you should remove the air bubble. After the filling burette, now we proceed for titration. So by adding the titrant into this solution, the end point of this assay is that red color is disappears. Okay. So we titrate with 0.0167 molar of potassium dichromate. By adding this solution drop by drop, here you can see some amount minor color changes occur. Okay. So here we again add the titrant. Students, here you can see there is the change of color from red to colorless. Okay. So here again we add few amount of titrant, so the solution become transparent. After the few ml of addition of this titrant, you can see the colorless solution is obtained. So here we stop the titration. You can see here colorless solution is occurred. So now we proceed for the calculation part.
So students, let us see the calculation part. Okay, in part 1 we prepared the stock solution of our drug sample. So for that we use 0.25 gram of sample, that is isoniazide, and dissolve in 100 ml of water. And from this resulting solution we taken a 20 ml of solution. Okay, now here we calculate the how much quantity is present in 20 ml of solution. So by using the formula we calculate the theoretical yield. So 20 into 0.25 divided by 100, we obtain the theoretical yield, that is 0.05 gram. This is the part 1 calculation. Now part 2 involve by using the factor, that is 0.003429 gram of isoniazide, which is equivalent to 1 ml of 0.0167 molar potassium bromate. Okay, so how much quantity of isoniazide is present, which is equivalent to 13.1 ml of 0.0167 molar of potassium bromate. Here this quantity is obtained from the titration. Okay, so this reading is be taken from the titration. So by putting this value into the formula, we calculate the practical yield, that is 13.1 into 0.0167 into 0.003429 divided by 1 into 0.0167. So here we obtain practical yield, that is 0.042 gram. So you can see we calculate the theoretical yield and as well as practical yield. So putting this value into the formula, we calculate the percentage yield. So formula for this calculation is practical yield divided into theoretical yield. Practical yield is divided into theoretical yield and into 100. Okay, so putting this value, that is 0.042 divide by 0.05 into 100. So we obtain the percentage yield, that is 84. So by performing and by calculating the values, our percentage yield is obtained. So result for today's practical is the percentage purity of isoniazide was found to be 84% weight by volume. Okay, so students, let us see some questions back related to this practical and which is useful to your synopsis and viva voce. Okay, so first question, dash dash is used as a titrant in bromatometry, and your options are A. Potassium bromate, B. Potassium bromide, C. Potassium iodide, or D. Potassium iodate. And for that your answer is A, that is potassium bromate. Okay, let us see the second question. Potassium bromate is used as, and your options are A. Oxidizing agent, B. Reducing agent, C. Both of A and B, and D. None of the above. And your answer for this question is answer A, that is oxidizing agent. Potassium bromate is used as a oxidizing agent. Next question is, what is used for liberation of bromine? And your options are A. Potassium bromate, B. Potassium bromide, C. Mixture of both A and B, or D. None of the above. So your answer for this question is answer C. Here we use mixture of potassium bromate and potassium bromide for the liberation of bromine. Okay. Now next question, that is bromine is used for the bromination of, and your options are A. Organic compound, B. Inorganic compounds, C. Mixture of both A and B, or D. None of the above. And your answer for this question is answer A, that is bromine is used for the bromination of organic compounds. Now let us see the next question. Question number 5. What is the bromatometry? Answer. When potassium bromate is used as a titrant, the method or the titration is known as a bromatometry. Okay. Next question. Write down the role of potassium bromate in the bromatometry. And answer for this question is potassium bromate is a strong oxidizing agent and it is used for the assay of number of pharmaceutical substances such as mefensin, phenol, sodium salicylate, and number of the organic compounds. Next question. Write down the structure and uses of isoniazide. Answer. You can see on a screen. This is the structure of isoniazide, and uses for this isoniazide is It is used as an antibiotic in the treatment of tuberculosis and also used in the treatment of leprosy with in combination with dapsone. And last question of this practical involves name of the indicator used in the assay of isoniazide. So here we use methyl red solution as an indicator. Thank you.